for me, to be very honest, for me, somebody who says he's a consultant or something like this, there's always some kind of bullshit, pardon my word, element in the back of my head. In the back of my head, because you think you hear a lot of words, and in the end it makes sense while you're there, and then you're like, what did I actually take with me? You never know in the beginning what a workshop or a consultant talk or something like that is going to be like, and it could be both. I mean, it's not like something you buy in a store where you see what you have in your hand and you can already see whether it's useful or not. So it's a risk you take, I guess, if you do these, if you pay for one of these things. Afterwards, you always know whether it was worth it. And in this case, I must say, we would have also paid if we were able to. If we would have known what we know now, because it was so on point, because it was so addressing what we were doing right at that time. It was almost as if it was specifically made for us. That's at least how it felt. We knew we had free stuff that we liked to give, but we didn't know when to give it. We didn't know in what context to give it. We didn't have the orientation. We just had things we had which we could offer them, and we had products they could buy, but we didn't know when to offer a certain product, when the customer is ready for this product, when it has also benefits to the customer. So that structuring, that is something very specific that you explained and that we took on right away while we had those 10 minutes to work, or 15 minutes to work on within our group. We immediately reshaped our sales process, basically, or the way we develop somebody that has become an opportunity into a future customer. And we knew right away, it clicked right away. We knew right away, this is exactly the ladder that we've been looking for. I mean, our workshop was about 2 weeks ago, I believe, and we already have it in place right now. And we have several customers that we have conversations with, new customers in the last 2 weeks that we called, and they were interested, and we have talks with them, and we have already implemented that. And this is what I mean. We had those questions. We were walking around with those questions, and your workshop, this specific part, gave us this, this kind of ignited where we said, yes, now it makes sense. Now it falls into place. And yeah, in that sense, that was very useful. Just to name a specific thing now. Yeah. Yeah, it's very easy. It was how interactive it is. Again, it's you learn the best if you ask questions yourself, and not just wait. Like, don't take a shower in the answers. It's, you have to say, I didn't understand what he was saying right here. So you just asked the question. We all got our turns. It was very harmonious in that sense. And we really talked about the specific question. We gave real examples. We also, gave each other feedback. I mean, it was always an open discussion within the group. Sometimes one person might have a question and the other person might have a suggestion what the answer could be. Yes, I have had a workshop, I expect, in the area of sales, but it never had this much of an impact on what we actually do right now. It was very theoretical at that point, from my point of view, and not necessarily practical. And this one was more practical. If you're a startup that is just about or just in the market right now, you're just dealing with all these issues. How do I treat my customers, not just from the first point in contact, but how do you develop them? How do you create a relationship that stands a longer term? How do you develop customers that are willing to pay every year because they're happy with your product? And then sales is so incredibly important. So if you're at that very stage, then this is worth gold. Then it's exactly the right thing. Yeah, helpful sounds a bit passive, but I mean, it was exactly that what it did, and getting you ready for the next step. It's just, that's what it is. It gets you starting. That's the thing. It elevates you. Here, yeah, I got it now. Okay, inspiring, practical, and elevating. Any personal note? Yeah, more time. I would love to, have maybe another day or something like that.